Before joining Crisp, I was not in a great place. Frankly, I didn't like going to work. I didn't like working for me. And so if I didn't like working for me and I didn't want to go to work there, how do you think everybody else felt?
I remember there was one January where I came back from vacation and I had been trying to grow the firm by hiring another lawyer, hiring more team members, and my operating account went to zero. I also was working 80, 90 hours a week, every weekend, Saturdays and Sundays, struggling to find ways to run the business. I felt lonely. I knew at that point something had to change.
I certainly think that when our third attorney in about 3 months quit, we were like, okay, what are we doing wrong here?
The first 5 years of my daughter's life, I probably made the wrong choices. I probably put too much into the business, working so long that whenever I got home, she was already in bed, and I couldn't just leave the stresses of work at work.
We left the district attorney's office because we were hitting a glass ceiling. We wanted infinite possibility.
Coming to Crisp really opened my eyes to the things that I didn't even know could be done.
I realized that for my organization to be at its best, I had to be at my best. And so through Crisp, I started investing in myself.
You look at where we were when we started with Crisp, we had maybe, besides Kevin, we had maybe one other attorney and a couple team members. And now we have 24 attorneys and over 60 team members and 4 locations.
Crisp will never know what they've done for me as far as my life is so much better now. And I'm not just talking about my law firm. I'm not talking about money. I'm not talking about being a better lawyer or anything like that. What Crisp has done for me is given me a life, a freedom to do things, other things besides work.
When we started with Crisp, I think we had 10 people. Last I checked, it was 63, and I say last I checked because we onboarded 2 people yesterday.
The lack of attrition from our office is directly attributable to the fact that we're following Crisp's hiring funnel.
In the past month, we've had 2 attorneys who resigned from the firm years ago who've come back. So the only 2 attorneys that have resigned from the firm are now working with us again.
A hard pill that they got me to swallow right away was I needed a leadership team. As the owner, I was a good owner, but I wasn't a good COO. So many peers of mine get to this $3 or $5 million threshold and just plateau and act like it wasn't a decision. It is. It's that we get complacent at these levels. And for me, I need that Crisp coach there to make sure that I'm still grinding. Because my goal isn't just to hit a revenue number, it's to help a certain number of families.
Since joining Crisp in the last 20 months, we went from 18 employees to now I think we're at 80. That all came from realizing that we had to make changes. Having that culture of high accountability is driving us to even greater success than we ever believed imaginable.